There can be some times when you might be so cold that despite all the good clothing you have on from layering properly, you might just need to start a fire. A couple things you need to think about when it comes to fire is going to be that fire is extremely visible to imaging technology. Thermal night vision can see it up to 20 miles, even further if from the sky. I've been in a helicopter under night vision and thermal scanning for fires, and I will tell you, it is incredibly visible from a very, very far distance, especially just out in nature. Nothing makes light like that unless it's a forest fire. So you're probably gonna stick out like a sore thumb. So understand that when you're making a fire, it needs to be in the most dire circumstances. And when it comes to combat survival, we wanna assume we're still being hunted to some extent. So we're gonna keep the fire very small. We're gonna keep it limited, and we're gonna use what we need, and then we're gonna move on. When it comes to finding fire sources, there's a lot of ways to do it. The thing about it is anybody can make a fire in a dry environment. I'm sure you've gone out to the lake with your buddies, you've gathered some sticks off the ground, and you started a fire. But today, it has rained, it's been raining for a straight week right now. Micah, all the wood that we have on here on the ground, how would you describe it?
Oh, I mean, you can see the light shimmering off all the stuff. Everything's wet.
Everything's completely wet. So when we think about making a fire in a survival situation, we need to find dry wood. So the first place I want to look for dry wood is going to be dead standing trees or trees at the lower branches where they are dead at the bottom. So for example, right here we have a tree that is dead. It's a little bit punky, and by punky I mean it's rotted a little bit. But the more angle, the more lean it has to it, the more rain and water it's going to catch. So we want to find that tree that's just direct upright. And we want to take as little as possible, because every time I break a branch, especially if it's alive, I'm gonna have that nice white mark on there. Versus after it's been a while, it's grayed up. So it could be a possible sign to a tracker if we're being tracked by somebody who knows their shit.